This is week 2 of Music Makers at the Keyboard, year 1. Welcome back. I was glad to see the children. They were still excited to be coming, and I hope we can keep that enthusiasm all through the year. I'm going to go through the assignment sheet so that you know what to do each day. And I do recommend that they do each activity every day. So I'm going to do that with you right now. So I'm going to go to mine first, and I'm looking, and it says that we have a new piece. It says Listen for Bells, and we're going to use our practice CD. Now you remember in class I handed out another CD, and if you look at the front, it says Practice CD. And so that CD is different from the CD I gave you last week, which was the listening CD. And on the practice CD, this CD is very unique because it helps your student practice every day. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. And the piece we worked on was Listen for Bells. And we worked on patterns that we've been playing with on the keyboard. So in the 2 weeks that we've been together, we have found the 2 black keys, and we've played them all over the piano, which they are very good at doing. And then they found the 3 black keys, and again, they played those also. They're at a very good place. They can find those sounds. Then we found a D, and remember in class, I had them play a D song, which was very creative, and they enjoyed sharing all their Ds. Then I had them play the pieces that we've been singing and dancing. First, we did Star Shining, and I had them play the D, which we call Do, and I had them play the A, which we call So, and this is in your parent handbook, showing these 2 notes. Now, the children are at different levels, so some of the children are able to hold down the D with their thumb. They're skipping 3 white keys, and they're holding down the A with their pinky. And some are able to do that, and so they're going to get tired, but they can do it for a little bit. They're singing with that. Star shining, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, stars shining by and by, by and by. Oh yes, by and by. So that's what it means on the second line when it says to sing and play with each hand separately on the open fifth. The distance from this note to this note is 5 letter names, D, E, F, G, A. So we call that an open fifth. And again, that's shown in the parent handbook. I'm doing it with my right hand alone. I can do it with my left hand alone, and I can use any D. And I'm going to use this pinky on the D. And I'm, again, skipping 3 white keys, and I found the So. And this is in their lesson book. If you go to, I believe, page 10, is it? Oh, dear. My lesson book is a mess. We go to page 14, and this was their homework today, that shows the Do here, and it shows the So here, and this openness with the 3 white keys is the interval of the open fifth. And for the left hand, if they're playing and they're strong enough, they can play Star Shining this way too. Star shining, star shining. And they would sing through the whole piece. Now, some of the children are not quite ready for that feeling, and it's really hard for them. And so they might take any finger, and they're pressing down the 2 notes this way. This is just fine right now. I'm going to sing Deb Kahura with this. La 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 la. Sing with me, children, sing with me. I love you and you love me. Sing with me, children, sing with me. I love you and you love me. Hey! And that's a piece that they can play every day. And notice these pieces are small, so it only takes them a moment or 2 to play it, and they can go on. The third piece that they're playing is Mouse Mousey. Again, they can use the open fifth in the right hand. Mouse Mousey in the housey, hurry, hurry do. And of course they'd sing the whole thing, and they could do it with the left hand. For the kitty like that, or they can actually press down the keys, but it might hurt. All right, and the fourth piece that they can play is listen for bells. Listen for bells in the steeple to ring. Ding, 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 ding. Option 1, that's the easiest way to play it. Option 2, listen for bells in the steeple to ring. Ding, 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 ding. Option 3, left hand pinky on the 5, 5 on the D, thumb on the A, or the do and the so. Listen for bells in the steeple to ring. Ding, 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 ding. And then there are a few children who might try with both hands. Pinky, left hand, thumb, right hand, open fifths. Or you can do an octave higher, that's fine. Listen for bells in the steeple to ring. All of this is establishing hand position, and we're looking for that. But don't be alarmed if your child is happy and content doing this. Okay, so now it says listen for bells new using your practice CD or your downloadable recording. And by now, hopefully you've done the downloadable, whether you need it or not. Go to your computer, go get it, and go and just download it and just let it be there. But if you are using it, you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your listening device, and have it play a lot. So I'm going to my practice CD. I have it on my iTunes, so I'm going to my iTunes account, and I have it under a playlist called Practice CD 1, and I'm going to listen for bells. I'm going to show you how to use it at home. Every single day that they're home, you want to turn on Listen for Bells. Here I go.
Listen to bells in D major position.
I'm pausing it because I want to show you that what you're hearing is in the right hand you're hearing the melody, which we're learning today. And in the left hand, they're doing the open fifth. Interesting. We're not there yet, but that's what you're hearing. Let me continue the practice CD.
Do, 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 so, so, so.
So you just heard the first pattern that is in Listen for Bells. Do, 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 so, so, so. You hear Celine sing it, and then you hear this pause on the CD. That's the space for your child to respond and sing back to the Celine singing. And so that is their echo, and I just did that. I also paused it, if you noticed, because I want to give them time to do it.
Do, 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 so, so, so.
Do, 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 so, so, so. Again, I'm pausing the CD to give them time to find the do, 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 so, so, so. You're going to see all sorts of variations. Some of the children might do it with 2 fingers. Some may do it with 2 fingers in one hand. Some fingers may use all different fingers. In this early stage, I'm more interested that they're finding the sound and they're able to echo and play and sing at the same time. Let's go on.
Do, 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 so.
Do, 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 so.
Do, 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 so.
Do, 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 so. And again, pause that CD so they have time. You need to be there so they can go do, 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 so. Now, there is a 5th step that's not on the CD, and that's when they take these patterns and they put them into the song. And we've been playing that game where I will say, do, 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 so, so, so. Where is that pattern in Listen for Bells? And inevitably someone in the group will say, oh, that's listen for bells in the... We didn't get there in class today. They learned the patterns, and that was enough for them. So at home, if they just get these patterns, that's great. And for the one or two children who get to the next step and say, oh, there's Listen for Bells, that's great too. I don't know who's going to get it and who's not. Let me continue.
So, mi, do, so, mi, do.
I sing so, mi, do, so, mi, do. And I pause here because on page 14, here they are. So, mi, do, so, mi, do. And that's the pattern it says to play this pattern on the keyboard. And that's a pattern. And then it says to sing it as you play. Okay. So, mi, do. Or I might, and it says so, mi, do. So I'm going to do it in that order. And it says play in two more places. All right, here's another place. So, mi, do. And here's another place. So, mi, do. And again, they may do it with a single finger. At this point, let's not be picky with them. They've only had lesson 2.
So, mi, do.
She's singing and playing, so I'm going to do that too. So, mi, do, so, mi, do. That's the ding, ding, ding.
So, do.
So, do.
So, do.
So, do. Watch what happens next. They hear it again. When they're done with that, they're done with practicing that day, and they could Marco Polo it to me. I would be thrilled to hear any part that they do, whether it's the just one of the patterns, or they might do an open fifth and sing the song. You may wonder why they're getting these cards. These cards are little cue reminders. Put them on their pianos at home. Leave them there. And you might play a game every time they pass. They're to play one of these songs to pass the piano. Put the piano in a prominent spot in your house, not in their bedroom, but in the living room, or as they're walking through the front door. I have it right there. Oh, you can't pass the piano unless you play Listen for Bells. And off they go, singing and playing. You could do that too, right? They also, for Listen for Bells, once they've got this piece down, they can send me a recording of. I'd love to hear it. And then the ones that they're very good at, they start to make a pile. They're going to have about 30 of these, so you might want a little basket to put them in. Don't bring these back to class. I don't need to see them. Now, let's go back to the assignment sheet. Now, telling you about this is much longer than them doing it. If they spend 5 minutes at the piano each day, that would be wonderful at this point. They can still jump around the 2s and the 3s. They can find all the Ds. There's so many fun things they can do. But that's at the piano. Just as important is getting a drum. It can be any kind of drum. It can also be an oatmeal box. And put on Renaissance Dance and play along. So I have it in my download, and here it is. This is the one that goes like this. And all I'm doing is I'm drumming along. They can make up their own patterns. Right now I'm just keeping a steady beat. I'm playing hands together. They don't have to do what I'm doing right now. They can do whatever they want. I'm doing one with an alternate beat, etc. If they did it every day, they'd be getting so much value because they're keeping a steady beat on an external instrument. So take this one to be as important as the other activities and make sure that they cover that, and it's joyful, it's fun. All right, back to the assignment sheet, and you notice it says now the writing. It says to complete any of the pages you might have missed last week, because last week, it was the first day and they're getting used to the things, and so many of the children hadn't even cracked open their book. Parents, you have to be the one cracking open the book. So they're doing all sorts of things. It says to do pages 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's just more practice of finding 2 and 3 black keys. They're skipping page 11. They're skipping page 12. They're skipping page 13. And when they get to page 14, there is the so, mi, do. And on the other side, they get to actually color in the so, mi, do pattern on the keyboards. And then they have to count how many can they find. They need your help to do this, so please help them out. And that's it. So, by the way, the assignment sheet, if you notice, there's a day 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And make sure they check them off. And then I want to see that at the class next week, because then I can tell them what a great job. Remember, you can also use Marco Polo, and they can do any one of these things and just play it for me. And then I get to say to them, oh, wow, you got to the piano today. I hope you have fun with music this week and have fun sharing this music with your child.